Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting Gear Reviews, straight up guns and gear reviews. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're taking a look at the SIG Virtus PCP version of the SIG MCX rifle. This right here is in .22 caliber. I had this out a while back and didn't really do an official review of it. So I thought, well, to be fair, before I send this back to AOA, by the way, thank you so much, Airguns of Arizona, for sending this out because I've been having a ton of fun with it. This thing is a lot of fun, you guys. But before I send it back, I said to myself, I need to do a little bit more serious shooting with this thing, fire it over the chronograph, and try and give you guys a little bit more of a full-on review. So that's what this video is today. This is the SIG MCX review. Check it out. All right, so I don't know really why I needed all that build up or intro, but here we are, SIG MCX Virtus review. If you want to see just this thing kind of getting out and shooting and just generally having a whole lot of fun doing some plinking, I'll put the link to the other video I did with this guy in the description below. But today we're really gonna get into the nitty-gritty and we are gonna review this from a sort of more thorough standpoint. So check it out. Basically, this is a copy, PCP copy of the SIG MCX rifle. Very realistic dropout mag. We got switches there, just like what you'd find on the real thing. But obviously, we've got a bottle on the end there. Fill it up to 3,000 PSI. And it's going to get you a good 4 mags, maybe even 5 mags. It's a 30-shot magazine, so you can do the math there on the shot count, but I'm going to guarantee 4 solid mags. But the other day, I shot 4 mags out of it, and I'm still, I don't know, maybe the bottle's just warmed up in the sun, but I'm still sitting at like 1,500 PSI. So definitely going to get 4 solid mags out of the guy. I've just been shooting the Crosman Premier hollow point pellets out of it. They seem to work decently. They're inexpensive. I can still get them down at Walmart. And with a 30-round mag that goes as fast as you can pull the trigger, you're gonna go through some pellets. One really cool thing about the way that they've done this butt piece right here is that it is sort of tightenable. It's got a nut and a bolt there that go through it, and you can tighten that down on the bottle so that you're actually able to support the rifle there from the stock. So if you wanted to put a sling on it, you could sling it there, and I would totally trust that to hold the rifle no problem. So that's actually pretty cool. We've got ambidextrous safety with the safety there on both sides. As I said earlier, the magazine is a 30-round mag, and it basically works with a big sort of long belt. You load the pellets into this belt, and then you get it back here into the magazine, and that's where you've got your 30 rounds. Now, it does come with a tool down here that you're supposed to use this guy right here to kind of seat the pellets into that belt. And for my purposes, I'm just being honest, I don't seat them. I tried both ways. I did a little test with seating, without seating, and I didn't really notice any difference, except that it just takes a heck of a lot longer to get the magazine loaded. And that's with the Crosman Premier hollow point pellets, and those do seem to fit in the belt pretty tightly. So in the little spaces or slots in the belt, the pellets aren't slipping in and out. So this is all plastic up here, or a composite. The grip obviously is plastic. This section right here is all made out of metal, and the switches and everything are metal. It's got a metal trigger. It's got plastic magazine, obviously. Metal bottle, plastic on the end there. So, you know, it's not cheaply made. This is definitely a SIG rifle. When you hold this, you feel like you're actually holding the real deal. It weighs and feels just like the real deal would in your hands, other than the bottle right here. And speaking of the weight, let's grab the scale and see what this thing actually comes out. All right, so I got my scale here. Let's go ahead and see what it weighs. It says 8 pounds even. So there you go, 8 pounds and very sturdy construction. This goes a little bit beyond just what like your standard, replica would be, or CO2 replica, because this is actually putting out just a little bit of power, right at around 12 foot-pounds. So you could potentially hunt some small game with this thing, you know, cottontails, something like that, squirrels. But really, it's just a whole lot of fun to plink with. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a little bit of the footage of doing just that. All right, so we know it plinks, we know what it weighs, we've had a sort of general review of it, we've seen it shoot over the chronograph, but is it accurate? I mean, let's do some accuracy testing, right? Well, I'm going to do something a little bit different for that, because I think that this is sort of a different PCP. Don't get this if you're looking to shoot groups like that at 50 yards. You know, there's other guns, way better guns for doing just that. Get this if you just want to have a whole lot of fun. I've had more fun shooting this guy right here over the past month and a half than I have a lot of my other PCPs, just because of the realism it has with matching the real SIG MCX rifle and just the cost effectiveness of using PCP air and 22 cal pellets. It's just so fun to shoot. All that said, what I decided to do for the accuracy test was really just stand here at 40 yards and offhand shoot a silhouette target and show you guys what 20 shots on a silhouette target is going to look like offhand using the open sights, which I think that's what this rifle right here is really made to do. So let's see what kind of results it's capable of doing just that. All right, so I'm 40 yards back, took 20 shots. We got all 20 shots on target right there. Actually, several of them pretty darn close to a bullseye. Pretty good for open sights, shooting semi-auto, offhand like that. So I'm just gonna let that speak for itself. All right, there you guys have it. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for staying all the way through to the end of this video, if you did. This is the SIG Virtus, SIG MCX Virtus 22 cal PCP rifle right here. I'm outdoors having a whole lot of fun with my air guns. I hope that you are too, and I'll see you next time.